Welcome. It's been a minute. Um, Thanks for checking out this channel. Thanks for checking out Midnight Dev Conversations, the very first episode. Feels unreal. This is the first one, and who knows how many more there's to come. And what is this channel gonna be? Who even knows, dude? But I like the name, and when I tell you the story, you're probably gonna appreciate it as well. So let's just say Midnight Dev Conversations is going to be a show focused purely on developers, builders, and that might sound intimidating to some, but in all honesty, in today's age, anyone could be it, and anyone could be a builder. Um, I'll be your host, Mr. Paranormal 39, and if you don't know, I'm just a guy who likes to build stuff. Some of my homies call me a wizard. Probably just making that up. But all jokes aside, I am a developer. A midnight developer is that. And let me walk you through the story. So my story begins as currently I'm a senior in Sul Ross University out here in West Texas, and I'm currently pursuing a degree in computer science. In my final years, and I'm just an experienced builder on the side before that, and I've even in my professional, currently work for a Bitcoin mining site. So I've kind of like somehow fallen into and kind of molded my career and life around this. Um, just from general interest. Um, but a lot of that really changed last year because of one hackathon, and that was for the Dega. They had a Dega Hackathon AI for DAO Treasury Management on Midnight. I was relatively new to Midnight, and I decided to take a plunge, bro. And I'm really grateful I did, because I walked out of there with a whole set of new skills. Not only that, I even placed third in the hackathon, which blew my mind, right? Because there were some really great projects. Uh, and that honestly was a pivotal moment for me, because after the experience, they had invited me out there to London to participate at the Midnight Summit Hackathon. And just getting to that point was surreal, because I've never been outside of the country. So I had to go through the whole process of getting my passport and, getting my visa and just checking out the new state. And it was honestly, it was such a beautiful experience, dude. I just loved every moment of it. It felt like I was in some sort of you know it was just a really cool experience. I don't want to I'll probably throw some videos around this section, because I'm tend to I can't really put into words the experience. But I was standing at some historic sites that played a big part played a big part in history, and at one point London was considered the center of the world. So it was really interesting to be there, learning more about Midnight, meeting my friends, and building these cool projects. um, after that, I kind of spent the last few years, just not the few years what we're talking about. Uh, you know, I was really sold on Midnight, just from hearing Charles Hoskin talks about privacy and how it's centered around the user first, and not, we're not selling out to big corporate. And that was really powerful and moving, because in a world where it's becoming more digitized, we do need privacy. And blockchain is going to be the future of finance, but we do need some sort of privacy layer for certain applications that we want to build out. And that could range from like healthcare to community management to law. There's just a variety of areas that's going to require some level of privacy. And in order for crypto to advance to be more taken seriously, we have to overcome these hurdles. And I think Midnight honestly figured a great way on how to do it. So, and honestly, they've been very helpful. I've actually made a relationship with some of the developers at Midnight, and they've been more than helpful to point me in the right direction and give me tons of information that I didn't know about Midnight. And I'm still learning, which is a great, we could learn. You could join me on this journey. We could learn together. And what I plan for these next coming contents you can see on my channel is essentially going to be uh, some tutorials of apps that I'll be building out and to help you get more familiar with Midnight. I do plan on doing some basic tutorials on getting your environment set up, which is one of the biggest hurdles, but that will be more tailored towards using Windsurf and getting your AI agents ready, because that's been the biggest. It helps me, it just helps the process and makes it a lot simpler. Um, and also, I do plan on showing tutorials on some of the repos that I do have. And I'm hoping you guys could check them out because I'm building some cool tools that can help Midnight developers make their process a bit simpler. Um, but this isn't supposed to be too long. I do would like to use this channel and use this as a growing and to show you some of the stuff I've been building and developing. Um, and this is for a message to my GXG who've been following me for some time through Kingdom of Gold and the XRPL. Kingdom of Gold is not abandoned. All right, I'm still working tirelessly. It's just evolving. I saw some things that I felt didn't really fit into the decentralized nature on how I want to be. So I'm just gonna take a little bit more time and get it ready. And I thank you very much for just supporting me, because if it wasn't for you guys, I would have never gotten the courage to actually apply, and travel halfway across the world to enter a hackathon. So every time I head out to one of these hackathons, I'm trying to carry the GXG army on my back as well. Um, but with that being said, moving forward, I will be working and building out this new protocol, you could say, something to help. I think something that's going to be quite needed, going forward. If we're going to build out serious applications, is going to be a cornerstone of what is required. And it sounds exciting. I think I could help be a part of that and help bring Midnight to other chains other than just Cardano or Ethereum. And I'm really eyeballing the XRPL. But that's pretty much it. This is episode 0. You get a little familiar with me. Um, and yeah, I've also started a podcast with a couple of buddies of mine. It's called The Wizard, the Paladin and the Wizard. I'll probably drop a link here somewhere. And also, we do spaces every Saturday. You could come hang out with us, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central. And you could come and talk and just, just talk shenanigans with us, dude. You know, and it's really a relatively good time. I hope you come stick around. Also, and check out the art. I'm an artist as well. I have an NFT collection. It's almost sold out. Thankful to everyone who has. And I live stream game dev and gameplay and art. So it's kind of a little bit of mix. But majority of this channel, it'll be focused purely on developers, uh, conversations with developers, conversations with NFT artists, and just the hassles of a developer. But I think that's about it before I ramble on too much. But hey, I appreciate everyone coming through, and let's go ahead and wrap it up.